Hi, I'm Juan Dominguez, and many years ago I took the oath of duty on our country as a young cadet at West Point and as a second lieutenant headed to Saudi Arabia and Iraq, leading soldiers into combat during the Gulf War. I'm running for Congress in Maryland's 3rd Congressional District to carry on a life of service and the oath I took. The lessons I learned at West Point, in the Army, and as a successful business person have guided me throughout my life as a father, a husband, a coach, an executive, and now to serve you as your next congressman. Until recently, I held an executive role at a publicly traded company where I was responsible for $1 billion annually and a team of over 600 people. I walked away from my job last fall because as our worldly threats increase and our country becomes more polarized, I cannot sit on the sidelines and watch. I feel it's my duty to step forward and be part of the solution. My top 5 priorities are long overdue in our country. I'm a volunteer youth basketball coach, so you might as well call these my starting 5. Fair living wages, health care for all, education reimagined with debt-free public college and pre-K, term limits, campaign finance reform. Other than greed, there's no reason we can't accomplish these with effective leadership. Regarding living wages, the top 3 Americans have more wealth than the bottom 50%. When wealth is at the expense of and on the backs of hardworking people who can't even afford groceries, that's just wrong. It's time for the top 1% to finally pay their fair share. And as a former tech exec, I believe we can leverage new technologies like AI and crypto to take our economy to new heights. Regarding healthcare, no one should have to choose between medical care and financial ruin. We must become a nation where the health and well-being of human beings comes first. Regarding education, it's time to provide early pre-K so that parents can go to work and earn a living. Modernize the cost of college education so students aren't saddled with lifelong debt. And redesign career readiness programs for modern times. Regarding term limits and campaign finance reform, our founding fathers never intended for elected officials to become career politicians. We see far too many who have been in office for years, if not decades, disconnected from the everyday struggles of real people. But term limits are not enough. We must also address the corrosive influence of money in politics. The flood of dark money into our political system, including right here in District 3, undermines the integrity of our elections and erodes public trust. The time for change is now, or we face more of the same. I am not a career politician. Unlike other candidates, District 3 is my home, and my children go to school here. My family and my friends are here, and I volunteer here. As a bilingual candidate and the son of Cuban immigrants, I look forward to embracing our increasingly diverse communities in this district. Thankfully, I'm supported by my wife, Cheyenne. She comes from humble beginnings, having grown up on food stamps and public assistance. She was the first in her family to get a 4-year college degree and now is an influential community builder. Together, you could say, we have achieved the American dream. I encourage you to compare my resume and character to any other candidate, and I think you'll agree that my military training, public service, and business leadership accomplishments make me the most qualified to be your next congressman. And with a West Point degree in national security, I am uniquely qualified to address our nation's threats. I have no other agenda than to make things better. Unlike many in this race, I am not beholden to any special interests other than you and your families. Isn't it time for real leadership in Congress? I am Juan Dominguez, and I am reporting to duty to the people of Maryland's 3rd Congressional District. Thank you.